Welcome home to USA Global TV and Radio, a place where dreams take flight, with authentic storytelling, diverse perspectives and meaningful conversations, where global stories unite and bridges are built beyond all borders. Discover world-class education, entertainment, hope and inspiration. Together, we're building bridges worldwide. Subscribe to our channel, USA Global TV. Download our app, USA Global TV. Be our guest or join our team. Visit usaglobaltv.com. Thanks to our founder and executive producer, Dr. Jacalyn-Kerbeck. Music score by Yeffy Tang from Cloud Road Music. Voiceover artist Mike Porter. Creative direction by Paul Garcia. USA Global TV and Radio, your home for global connection. All rights reserved. This video and its contents are the exclusive property of USA Global TV and Radio. Unauthorized use, duplication or redistribution in any form is strictly prohibited.
Hello and welcome. Welcome to USA Global TV and Radio, to the Mallorca Connection show. My name is Roland Friedl, and as you can hear from my accent, I'm not a Native American or UK or English speaker. I'm raised and born in a small country in the middle of Europe in beautiful Austria. So I highly recommend Austria for a vacation if you've never been there. Beautiful, small but beautiful. But at the moment, I'm broadcasting from south of Italy, from Sicily, where I spent the winter here, because I always try to escape the winters. I don't like the cold. Actually, it's not about the cold. I try to avoid, this gray skies. I love blue skies and sun. That's all about it. Okay, so welcome. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're joining us here. Welcome back to USA Global TV and Radio. For those of you who joined the first time, the Mallorca, why it's called the Mallorca Connection. First of all, for those who are not familiar, Mallorca is a beautiful island in Europe, in Spain, belongs to Spain, to the Balearic Islands. Maybe some people know Ibiza, that's the party island. Mallorca is a little bit a larger island, and it's a very good stay for families to stay there. And I spent there many, many years on this island as a home base. And when I came to USA Global TV over 3 years ago, from the very first beginning, my base was in Mallorca, and that's why we called it the Mallorca Connection, because I started doing interviews with people from Mallorca, and it was my home base. So that's a little bit background information about myself. There's coach, speaker, author, Mantrepreneur. Actually, I have a business background, so after university, I went to the corporate world, had a very fast career there. I left corporate after 3 years, started my own different business in different industries. And almost 3 decades ago, I started also a consulting and training company, very successful. All our clients are from all over the world. So mostly it's high-tech, big tech companies like Xerox, OpenText, Sage, Diebold Nixdorf, and I'm still working for them. Actually, I finished an online training session for Sage a few days ago. I still do training for Diebold Nixdorf. Actually, I fly the next 2 weeks to Lisbon. They invited me to the sales summit, where they fly in a lot of people from all over the globe, and I'm with them, supporting them. So that's a little bit my business background. And as a very good friend of mine says, Roland, you're not a coach. Yeah, you're a successful businessman who shares his experience and wisdom with other people. And that's what I'm doing. I don't talk about theories or something I heard or read somewhere. I just share my experience, and that's where the success was coming from. And besides these businesses, I am very engaged in men's work. I run workshops in Austria, in German. One is called the Me Time Mastery. It's meaning happy alone, fulfilled together. It's all about relationships and different workshops, stuff like that. I'm very proud. I bring my first book to the market. Actually, it's in German. The first one, it's called Daddy, Where Are You? It's stories about non-present dads, because I found out my own experience, because my dad was not emotional available for me. But in all my coaching experience with all these top managers and CEOs worldwide and GMs and managers, there was always a daddy issue. So I started writing this book, and it's coming finally to the market. But today we are talking about frequencies or vibrations for a successful life. Before we start in, later on we bring on a slide and we go through the slide is, I found this out many years ago. Why are people very successful and other ones not? So you can do a lot of different tradings, coaching and stuff, but what is really helpful, and you don't need a trainer for that, to be honest, just to get introduced to this concept, is it's about vibrations. And I found out that everything is possible in life because everything is vibration, is a frequency. There's a theory, I don't know if you've heard about it, but in German it's called the Würfelzucker theory. A Würfelzucker is a cube of sugar. Especially when you ever been to Austria. Austria is very famous for the nice coffee shops. You get amazing coffee, different kinds of coffee, and amazing biscuits and cakes there. And nowadays, you get the sugar, the powder in small packages, but we had this sugar cubes, small cubes of sugar to put it in a coffee. We call it sugar cube. And there's a sugar cube theory. It says that every human being on the planet, when we reduce it to the material, to the matter, because the rest is energy, everyone fits in the size of a small sugar cube. The rest is energy. Yeah. So another guy is saying from science is that 98% everything around us is just energy. Only 2 to 3% is material, what you can see. And some people say it's a little bit spooky or crazy what you're talking about. I said, hey guy, you're using a cell phone, or I'm broadcasting here from Italy to the US. It's frequencies, it's waves, it's vibrations, frequencies. So people say, yeah, what you're talking about is crazy shit. No, because why are you using a cell phone if you don't believe it? So everything is frequency. And or vibrations, you can call it. And the higher you vibrate, the more positive your life is going to be. And I will share a lot of stuff if you want if you want some exercises together, if you want. And if you want to go deeper and learn more about it, you can contact me. We will also share our contact details. And if you need more insights and tips on how you can use this for a really successful, happy, fulfilled life, you're more than welcome to contact me on my email address, office@rolandfriedl.com, but we're going to repeat it at the end of the show. So frequencies, as I said, everything is frequency. 96 to 98%, everything around us is just energy. You cannot see it, but it's there. Yeah, what we see is the matter, the material world, but it's only 2 to 4%. The rest is just energy, is an idea. And we create our own reality. And again, if you say that's crazy stuff, I ask you, why are you using internet or a cell phone? If you don't believe it. Okay, so let's go into it. So meaning when you have a high vibration, a high frequency, you have a much better life. And I will explain it to you. Maybe we can bring up a slide I brought to you. And this is from Dr. David Hawkins. From Dr. David Hawkins, who made this pyramid just to give you an idea about different levels of consciousness or vibrations, and the different forms of vibrations and frequencies. So when we look at the bottom of this slide, the lowest frequency is, for example, shame, only 20. Guilt is 30. Apathy is 50. Grief, 75. Fear, 100. So it's very, 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 very low. And by the way, everything has a frequency. In the show before, I've been talking about nutrition as a part of the show. Every nutrition, every single food or drink you put in your body has a vibration, has a frequency. Alcohol has a very low one. Okay, that's why people get a little bit dumb and lazy and not focused. So that's why I don't almost drink no alcohol. And by the way, high potential alcohol, with 40% of alcohol, like whiskey and all this stuff, or in German we say Schnaps, this aqua things. It is very low in frequency. But beer is low in alcohol, but beer has a very, very low frequency. There are different kinds of beer. They vary a little bit, but beer is very, very low in frequency. A little bit higher is wine. Wine has a higher frequency than beer, but please don't drink too much wine, but it's better than beer, by the way. So there's a low frequency. What does this mean? When you're in a low frequency, you feel bad, in a bad mood, and this meaning you're more Hawkins called it, you're more in a victim consciousness or in an abuser consciousness, depending on the victim or the abuser. So when you feel shame, when you feel guilt, that most people do, you can hustle as much as you want in your business. You won't be successful, or you will be successful paying a very high price, meaning broken relationships, addictions, any kind of addictions, or you really pay a high price for it because your frequency is very low, and very, very low frequency. You need much more effort, much more power to compensate it. It's almost impossible. So a low frequency and a frequency level is shame, as I said, guilty, apathy, grief, fear, but also desire, anger, pride. It has a low frequency. It's going up a little bit when you listen to this scale, but this is a low frequency. And a low frequency, it means that you're not really living your life to the fullest potential. Everything is possible because everything is energy. I don't know, if you sit on a seat, for example, this seat, you can feel it, there's a matter, but before it was an idea or something of somebody. Somebody had an idea about a certain type of chair, and he designed the chair, and then they produced the chair. So everything in the beginning is an idea, energy, a vibration, a frequency, and then it materializes. And we will do some examples that you get a better understanding what I mean. And we all designed our own reality. We only have when we communicate with our outer world by our representative systems, meaning by our visual, by our eyes, auditive, by hearing, kinesthetic, by touching, by feeling, smelling, and also tasting. These are our 4 systems, how we have contact with the outer world. And with these 5 systems, we get information, bring it to our brain, and then we act. The point is, there is so much information and so much stuff coming in. We say 15 million bytes per second. But the point is that our brain can only proceed 15 bytes per second. So this means only a very small part of the outside world. I give you an example. For example, when 10 people look out of a window and I'm gonna ask them what you see, not everyone will see the same thing. Even you may think there may be all have the same reality. No, you create your reality. For example, when you buy a new car, BMW in red, for example, and then especially just when you order the car, maybe you didn't get delivered the car, but it's just you ordered the car or you already have the car. Then you may realize when you drive or you just walk around, oh, there are so many BMWs in red, because the focus now is there. It wasn't there before because you never thought about a BMW in red. Or a friend of mine told me when she became pregnant for the first time, expecting their baby, she said, I don't know, since I'm pregnant, I see so many pregnant women. Are there more out there? I said, no, but your focus is there. Your reality now is there because you're pregnant. You focus more on pregnancy. That you see, there always have been pregnant women on the streets, but it was not in your 15 byte window because your focus was not there. You have here a different reality. So everybody creates a different reality and different time zone and different levels. Again, sounds spooky, but if you think it's spooky, why are you using your cell phone? Okay, so we have different forms of frequencies: low frequency, middle frequency, and high frequency. The higher the frequency, of course, the better. The question is, how can we step up, get out from a negative or a very low frequency? Is changing our mindset. So when you feel guilty or shame or grief or fear, you have to change it. It's not suppressing it. It's just, okay, so it's there, welcome. It's there, acknowledge it. And then let it go and focus on something different. I'm not a superhuman being, Roland. I'm a normal man, and I also face challenges. Of course I do, but it brings me down in my frequency a little bit, but for a very, very short time, because I realize what's going on and I change my frequency immediately, and I will tell you how we can do this. Okay, so the higher frequency, what is a high frequency? High frequencies are acceptance, courage. But when you have courage, the frequency goes up. When you have acceptance, when you have willingness, when you have an inner light or an inner wisdom or inner love, this is increasing your frequency. Is a high frequency. I did a show with Dr. Jacalyn together a few months ago about the shortest prayer. And the shortest prayer for me is just saying thank you. This is my daily routine, but it works unconsciously because I do it automatically every single morning when I wake up. It's the first thing I do, and it's the last thing when I go to bed, is just being thankful and grateful what I have every day, for being healthy, for being still alive in my 60s, for having this wonderful luxury motorhome, can travel Europe, work remotely, meet amazing people. So I'm so thankful for all the things around me, for my dog, for my girlfriend, for my friends, for my business, for my project. So I'm so focused. I'm very thankful. I'm very grateful. So I focus on the both the things. I don't focus on the things I don't have. I focus on the things I have. So this brings me gratefulness, thankfulness, brings me in a high vibration, a high frequency. Also, when you feel joy, yeah, when I'm down a little bit, I have a book here. I write all my successes down, even the smallest one. I have a lot of joy in my life. And again, when I'm in a negative emotion, because there are some challenges, I explain you a tool that you can use to get rid of it. But I always bring my frequency high, being grateful what I have. Most people are in negative emotion because they focus what they don't have. And I said in the beginning in my prayer, I always pray, my prayers are being thankful what I have. I never ask for something. I ask for something for somebody else, but not for myself, because otherwise I will feel a gap, a lack. So I'm always thankful, and this brings me in a high vibration. Being thankful, being grateful, feeling joy, whatever I have, helps me a lot. So let's start with the first exercise. Meaning, when you're facing a challenge and you have a negative emotion, whatever it is, being shame, guilt, angry, fear, aggressive, whatever it is, go into some emotion. Think about any challenge you're facing today or have been facing the last days. Just any emotion, any challenge you had, any emotion you had there. And then say something loud again and again. So it is. So it was. So it is. And just feel what is changing. Okay? Have this negative emotion. Don't suppress it. Yeah? Just recognize and say, okay, so it is. So it was. So it is. So it was. I know what you feel because we cannot interact here. But what comes for me first is pressure is gone. I feel lighter. I feel a kind of release. And I feel, okay, it's okay. I feel okay. I feel okay. So I let it go. It's not suppressing. I said, okay, the negative emotion, it's okay. And then I increase my vibration, about thinking about positive stuff in the past. What happened well? What was my success stories? What I'm thankful for? What I'm grateful for? And I immediately increase my vibration. Okay? There's a question, does this relate to frequencies in music? Yeah, also. We know that every music has a certain frequency. That's an interesting question, by the way, because when I learned about frequencies and when I learned about using frequencies to support my life, to bring wealth and joy to my life, I listen less and less to music, because music had a certain frequency, and in the industry they changed the frequency to bring the mood of the people a little bit down. And the interesting thing is, I'm from Austria, from Vienna. We have a lot of classical music, and they changed, as I said, in the music, they changed the frequency, but the professionals, they still train when they practice in the old frequency. So musician has a frequency. Yeah, very good question. So when it's a positive frequency and a high frequency, it's good for you. That's the reason why I don't listen to new music, because the frequency is very low, very, very low. When you listen to heavy metal or do, I don't know, this deep house music, and so it has a very, very low frequency. So listen to music with a high frequency. Especially you can go on YouTube, for example, and put in high frequency music or stuff like that. Yeah, music has a frequency. Everything has a frequency. Everything has a frequency. Your emotions have a certain frequency. As I said, your food intake has a high frequency, has a high or low frequency. The things you're drinking has a frequency. Okay, so especially when I say as food again, as the more it is preserved or is the lower the frequency. The less it is clean, it is organic, it's fresh from the farm, the higher the frequency. Okay. Um, so this is also the discussion in the past about animal-based or plant-based food. Well, I'm an animal-based food, but I only eat meat from animals, from farms, from friends I know. Even when I travel, I have a huge freezer in my garage of my huge motorhome, and I bring a lot of grass-fed beef for my friend, because I know how these animals, these cows and these bulls live. They're grass-fed. They live in the countryside. They're not going to the slaughterhouse, because every animal that's going to be killed in the slaughterhouse has a low frequency, because there's a lot of fear. And even before, an interesting thing, by the way, even before they bring them to the slaughterhouse, they already know that they will go to the slaughterhouse today or the next day, and then the fear starts occurring in the animal. There are a lot of amazing tests and studies about it, and then the frequency goes down. So that's maybe interesting when you go to a 5-star restaurant, a Michelin restaurant, why the food tastes so good. Because this cook loves to cook. It's all the passion about it. Yes, he's so passionate about what he's cooking. They're inventing new stuff, and that's the food is so good. When you go to a cheap canteen, well, they try to cook it something because it's a job. They're doing their job there, and it tastes like it is. So you get the energy. For example, when you cook, be in a positive, in a loving frequency when you cook for your friends, because this energy from the cook goes into the food. Okay, it's not only the food itself, where you if it's clean or not, if it's organic or not, and so on. It's also about how you cook it, how you preserve it. Okay, so bring yourself in high energy. So this was the first exercise. Is so it is, so it was when you're negative frequency. We now do a short commercial break with our sponsor. And afterwards, I show you 2 more amazing exercises to higher your frequency and be more successful. So stay tuned. I'll be back in a short time. Let's start our sponsor. Is the commercial break coming? Yeah.
My name is Dr. Felix Kravitz, and I am the founder of cybersecurity-easy.com, LLC. We live in a world full of vulnerabilities and cyber risks. We spend almost 4.5 hours a day on our mobile phones. It's over 7 hours of screen time daily when including computer use. We often forget that this convenience comes with risks. Published data predicts that the cost of cybercrime will exceed $10.5 trillion in 2025. These numbers encompass not only businesses, but also each one of us, including our children and our parents. In 2023, the FBI reported over $3.4 billion lost by seniors aged 60 and older. Cybersecurity-easy.com LLC's initiative is to massively support the community by providing cyber safety coaching and improving social engineering awareness. Our goal is to make social engineering concepts of cybersecurity easier to understand. We work with business teams, seniors, and educational institutions, both individually and in groups. We cover various topics, from phone phishing attacks to AI-generated voice cloning, robocalls, password protection, and more, using life examples. Talk to us today. Call us at 847-845-9360 or email us at info@cybersecurity-easy.com.
Hello and welcome back to the USA Global TV and radio show, to the Mallorca Connection. Today we talk about frequencies, about vibrations, staying in a positive vibe to be more successful and happy in your life. So before the break, we had a short exercise when you face challenges, negative emotions, how to let go them. That really helps you. I know I will show you 2 other things that really can help you to go in a higher frequency. And I highly recommend you, maybe you go to the internet to Google it and you download The Level of Consciousness by Dr. David Hawkins. I highly recommend this. Okay, so I thought everything is energy. You can imagine everything. You can go everything. We are all connected. And as I said in the beginning, if you say this is crazy, this is fancy, this is weird, why are you using your cell phone if you don't believe this? So I want to give you an exercise. I call it the energy ball, that absolutely helped me when I'm working on new stuff. For example, on a new project, a new business, on a new client. Even on a relationship, for example, is very helpful. They call it the energy ball. So use your hands, and maybe you feel that between your hands, for people who are sensitive, meaning you don't drink alcohol, and don't any medication, any drugs, you can feel this energy. I can feel this energy between my hands. Yeah? And if you want, you can make an energy ball, make it round, make an energy ball, make it round. This really helps. It's a lot of some practice, but I can feel the energy. I don't know. Hopefully you can feel it too. Well, I can feel it. So if you eat very clean, if you don't drink alcohol, if you're sober, you can feel the energy. It's coming back. Everything has this. Everybody has this ability, even you're drug-free. So you can feel this energy. You have this ball. And then you put your goal, your next goal, your next business opportunity, your next project, whatever your goal is in life, you put this one of these goals in. Okay, start with one goal. Put this goal in, whatever it is. Okay, put it in. For example, writing a book, having a lean body, fit body, finding a lovely spouse, whatever it is. Put this in. Put this goal in this energy ball. And then think about what do you need to make it better, and then bring everything in that will support reaching this goal. Bring it in, everything. Bring in. What do you think it is helpful to reach this goal? Bring it in. It's all energy. Just bring it in. Whatever it is. Contacts, networks, learning a language, whatever it is. Learning a new sport, whatever it is, bring it in. Whatever is helpful, it's just energy. And as I said, it all starts with the energy. Bring it in. Everything bring in. Okay? And when you have it, then think about it. Okay, what is not helpful? Maybe negative people, negative emotions, whatever it is. Everything that is not helpful, throw it out. Throw it out of the bowl. Okay, only the positive energy, only the positive vibration, the positive frequency is in. The negative stuff, throw it out. Put it away. For example, the last 2 weeks, I cut off 3 people from my life. 3 people, because they're energy suckers. And maybe you heard it. You're the person, the average of the 5 people you spend most of your time. So be aware with whom you're spending time. Okay, so whatever is not helpful, give it out. Put it away. Whatever thing is helpful, put in. What is not helpful, put out. Give it out. Throw it away. Throw it out. So in the end of ball, when your ball is really round, with full energy, with positive vibrations, that supports you to reach this goal fast and easy, then open your ball and let the energy out. Let the energy out to support you to reach your goals. That's a practice you can do on a daily basis, 2 to 3 minutes. And from my own experience, is very, very helpful. And it changed my life totally. Okay, there's the so-called energy. I don't know what you feel, but I feel a lot of warm. I can feel the energy. Now it's getting very warm in my body. Always do this. This energy ball. So we're coming to an end, and I want to bring you another exercise that's really helpful and supportive when you work with energies. And as I said, it's all about bringing high frequency energy. You need to have high frequencies into this. And when maybe you have a goal and you found out, it would be helpful to reach this goal to have a certain quality, a certain capability, or I call it quality, a certain quality. For example, for me, writing a book, being successful in writing books, who do I know who is successful in writing a book? And I focus on this quality. Okay, so which quality you want to have to be successful in a certain topic to reach this goal, whatever it is. who has this? Do I know a person? It's not about knowing this person personal in person. Yeah. Do I know a person who has this quality, and then connect with this quality? Okay, just connect. What is very, very important, don't connect with the person, connect with this quality, not with the person. Connect with this quality, not with the person. Okay? Connect with this quality, whatever it is. And then, okay, and then think what's coming up? What's coming up? What's just what's coming in? Maybe it's weird, but the first thoughts that's coming in. Yeah. I did this exercise of about writing books. I want to be successful writing books, and I said, okay, I want to be a good writer, as my book agent is here in Austria. So I connected with this quality. Sorry, and what came in immediately have been two things: practice, just write, and secondly, learn more about it. So I called him and I said, okay, I need some coaching from you. So for me, two things came immediately within. When I was thinking about this quality, for me, immediately came in practice. It's about writing. It's not about overthinking. It's just doing it. You get better by doing. And the second thing is get some coaching from him to learn from it. Okay. So this is a very good exercise too. So if you want to have a certain quality, because to reach your goal, whatever it is, be more successful or be a good writer, or being good in sports, or being good in tennis, or being a good speaker, or a good lover, a good husband, a good spouse, whatever. Connect with find somebody who has this quality, and then connect with the quality, not with the person. Okay, not with the person, with the quality, and what comes in immediately, write it down. This can help you. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I hope this was helpful for you. I hope not too spooky, but I say if it's spooky, why are you using your cell phone? It's spooky too, but it's working. And this is also working. It's all about frequencies. And I said, the material world is just a little bit, but we are so focused on the material world. But everybody of us is creating his or her own reality. As I brought this example with the pregnant ladies, or with the red BMW, we only see where our focus goes. So we only create our reality, and everything is frequency. We can bring all these frequencies in. They can support us to be more successful and for more fulfilled, happy in life. And I can tell you from my own experience, it's working. It's working. It sounds a little bit spooky. For me, it was a little bit spooky in the beginning too, but I said, okay, I know some people practiced it and they're really successful and they're really happy, and you can see it. It's not fake. It's real. It's real. So, okay, let's give it a shot, and okay, let's give it a try. And for me, to be honest, it was a journey from my brain into my heart. And really, because especially men, we're very much into brain. We are overthinking, thinking all the time. And I stopped thinking too much. I was thinking too much. I'm much more acting from my brain. That's one thing. I'm more patient. I know it's going to happen. I give another example. I'm working on a huge project with a friend of mine. And I talked to my girlfriend. I said, she's sick all the time. She's ill. And we always postpone our call. And she said, Roland, it's going to be great. It will be an amazing project. And no matter if it starts in 3 months, in 6 months, in a year, it doesn't care. It doesn't matter. It's going to be amazing. But when it starts, it's not so important. So this gives me a lot of release, and said, yeah, putting the stress out of me, being more patient. So I know it's coming, and it will be great. It will be amazing. Like the book, I was writing another book, Dr. Jacalyn knows, and a business book, and I finished it 2 years ago, and it's still on the market. I don't know why. And I started another book, this one, another book, and now it's coming out on the market, and it's all about leveraging, increasing my frequency, staying positive, being grateful, being thankful, having joy. And as I said before, with the exercise we did before the commercial break, when you face a challenge, when you have a negative emotion, say loud to it, so it is, so it is, so it is. It's okay, so it is. Let go, and then increase your frequency, your vibration, by positive thoughts, by meaning really feeling joy, feeling joy. I go always in the state and say, okay, when was the last time I was really happy, a little joyful? I go into the state and say, yeah, wow, or just be grateful, whatever here. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope this was fine for you. Yeah, if you want, I bring up my book shortly. It's going to be a hardcover. Actually, it's going to be in German the first time, but it will also come in English and in Spanish. Papa, the German title is Papa, wo bist du? Meaning, Daddy, where are you? Stories about non-present dads. And the point is, I started this book. The idea of this book came to me about 11 months ago, in March last year, because I also had a dad who was not emotional present, and I didn't have a good childhood. Let's take like this, but I don't feel like a victim. And I saw that many people have father wounds in my surrounding, especially in my coaching. I was coaching a lot of top managers, CEOs, general managers all over the globe, and I always came back to this father wound. They are so successful in the business because they are so driven, because they wanted to be seen, they want to be acknowledged, because they haven't been seen and acknowledged by their dad. It was never enough. It was never good enough. So this idea came around because so many people are suffering from their father wound. So I was writing a general text about the reasons for that, the impact on the childhood, the impact when you grow up, the impact on your own parenting, the impact on your job, the impact on your happiness, and the impact on the quality of your relationships. So and I asked some friends of mine if they're willing to share their stories. And at the moment, I have 14 stories from 8 men and 6 ladies from 7 different countries. So from Austria, from Germany, from Belgium, from the Netherlands, from Poland, from the US, and from Mexico. So the guy in the Netherlands have been writing in Dutch, the guy in Poland in Polish, the guy from the US in English, and the guy from Mexico in Spanish. So I translated everything to German. And so it's going to be in German, but when the book is working, I'm quite sure, because a TV station, the largest TV station in my home country, already contacted me. They want to see me a whole day and do some filming around the topic, not only about the book, but around the topic, because I strongly believe that every kid deserves a present dad. I strongly believe this, and I want to bring more awareness about this topic into the world. That's about this book. And thanks, I can share this. And it's coming out soon. So I do some crowdfunding for this book at the moment to start it. And afterwards, we do it in English and afterwards in German. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for listening. This was Roland from USA Global TV and Radio from the Mallorca Connection. And please have a look at USA Global TV and Radio. There are so many other amazing shows by my colleagues with different topics. And if you missed one of the shows, go to YouTube. All the recordings are there. Sign up, subscribe, hit the bell button, then you always get a short message when there's something interesting coming up that's just for you. And write some notes, some comments. I'm more than happy to interact with you. Put on your likes, thumbs up, and recommend it. Thanks a lot for joining us. See you next time. Same time, same station. Thanks a lot. Have an amazing start into the week. Thank you, and bye-bye.
What if one simple skill could change the way you connect with the world? What if listening could open doors to deeper relationships, stronger businesses, and a better you? Dr. Jacalyn-Kerbeck, the Listening Mentor, brings you USA Global TV and Radio, a space where voices are heard, ideas are shared, and global communities thrive. Through the elevated listeners' courses and books, you'll master the power of listening, set boundaries with confidence, and transform conversations into opportunities. Join us. Listen, learn, elevate. Whether you're a leader, a coach, a business owner, or someone seeking stronger connections, your journey starts today. Subscribe, learn, and transform today.
USA Global USA Global TV and Radio proudly presents our partner and sponsor, Mr. Philip Sykes and the British School of Excellence, building confidence, changing lives. And now, proudly presenting the Polished Professional.
On a transformative journey with the British School of Excellence's comprehensive suite of masterclasses crafted to elevate your professional and personal life. 8 outstanding modules will elevate you to the next level. Module 1, Exploring Life's Purpose, delves into the depths of self-discovery, guiding you to chart your unique path to fulfillment and success. Module 2, Mastering Professional Presence and Confidence. This masterclass is a deep dive into the art of self-assurance and commanding presence, which is essential for standing out in today's competitive landscape. Module 3, Learn the secrets of visual impact, how to curate a personal style that amplifies your professional brand. Module 4, Mastering Professional Etiquette and Communication Excellence, navigating the nuances of corporate interaction with grace and tact. Module 5, Elegance in Eloquence. We impart powerful techniques to captivate and persuade any audience with your oratory skills. Module 6, Unlock the potential of your emotional intelligence, EQ, and harness the ability to connect, empathize, and lead with emotional savvy. Module 7, Mastering DISC, building a gateway to understanding behavioral styles, fostering better personal and professional relationships. Module 8, Mastery in Dining Etiquette, building your confidence to perfect the subtleties of dining with finesse, enhancing your social savviness at any table. Step into the Polished Professional program where poise, elegance, and excellence aren't just taught, they're instilled for life. Join us to redefine your potential and polish your professional edge.
To learn more, go to thebritishschoolofexcellence.com. The British School of Excellence are investors in people. Let us invest in you.
Thank you, viewers and listeners of USA Global TV and Radio, for joining us today. We're honoured to have your time and attention as part of our global community. At USA Global TV and Radio, we believe in the power of authentic conversations, meaningful connections, and creating a world of possibilities together. Want to be part of something bigger? Join our team of elevated listeners at usaglobaltv.com, a space where your voice matters and your ability to listen transforms relationships. Stay connected with us across all our platforms for thought-provoking discussions, expert insights, and empowering stories. Subscribe to our channels at youtube.com/c/usaglobaltv. Follow us on social media and explore the endless opportunities we're creating for growth, learning, and inspiration. Together, we're not just broadcasting, we're building bridges and changing lives one conversation at a time. For inquiries, contact us at info@usaglobaltv.com. Music by Johnny Dies. Produced by Executive Producer and Director Dr. Jacalyn-Kerbeck. Voiceover by Mike Porter. Creative Direction by Paul Garcia. All rights reserved. Copyright 2025. Visit usaglobaltv.com to view our full terms and conditions.